We have installed, uninstalled, reinstalled, uninstalled this Jeep bumper plate, winch plate so many times. We got to be experts at it. Good morning, guys. So today is a project day. We unfortunately have to take the bumper off the Jeep again. I think this is probably number 5. The tow bar hooks that we currently have on it, Bob had been doing some research on them and found that they have created some issues with having them on the Jeep. One example is someone was towing with it, and somehow the torque of how these bars are ripped one side of the Jeep off. I mean, off, I don't know how off that means, but totally wrecked his Jeep. The company recognized that this was a problem, and so they are providing a bar that goes in between the middle of the two tow bars. But for us, that isn't very settling to have that added to something that already created a problem. So now what is happening is I'm going to take the whole Jeep off, or not the whole Jeep, I'm going to take the bumper off the Jeep, and then I'm going to take those tow bars off because we ordered blue ox tow bars now, and those are coming in today, and those need to be installed. So that is on my project agenda for the day today. Bob's already working on a project. I think he's working on the braking system for the tow bar, and so he's working on that while I am working on taking the bumper off and removing those plates. So these are the plates that I am taking off. These are the ones that we feel are not secure enough or safe enough, and so I'm removing these today. I'm taking off the whole bumper today, and we will get the new blue ox tow bar plates put in. All right, 2 hours later, I have all the bolts unbolted, and now Bob and I have to lift the bumper off. What are you working on?
I am doing the brake light, or the tow indicator, the brake indicator for the tow vehicle. So it's just this is actually the brake system for the tow. So when it feels the inertia slow down, it'll apply the brakes, and also then on the towing harness off of the Sprinter, it'll detect that the brake lights are on and it'll apply the brakes. So it's a law in many states to have this, and obviously it's safety wise too. And then it has a breakaway switch, so if for some reason the Jeep came off of the tow, it would then the brakes would apply. So.
All right, you got a free hand a minute so we can take this bumper off for the 6th time?
Sure.
All right, I'm ready for you. Careful of that bar. is it. That one's off. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with these, but so these are the plates that we bought from another company. We're gonna try and return them. We'll see what happens because they have provided a solution to the not so safe towing bar system they had before by giving you a bar to go in between the two tow bars. So I'm not sure how that'll go, but regardless, we're not keeping them because it's just too unsafe. So I'm going to pack up these pieces and then we need to head off to the shipping store to pick up the Blue Ox tow bars. We have installed, uninstalled, reinstalled, uninstalled this Jeep bumper plate, winch plate so many times. We got to be experts at it. Now Bob had to take off the entire winch plate and pull out the actual winch to access what he was doing. So the Jeep is all disassembled again. But that is the joys of owning things and doing projects. So we are continuing on with our uninstallation, installation, and waiting on the packages for the Blue Ox tow plates to come in. So now we are waiting on the Blue Ox delivery that is supposed to happen today, and we will head on into town and pick up those packages so we can reinstall everything back on the Jeep. What a mess. So this is the much improved towing bar plate.
Apparently, because the other one had issues. But, you know, the other one, just to explain on that one, there are people still using that one. And even without that new bar that the manufacturer isn't giving away free, it's $150.
Oh, you have to pay for it too?
Yeah. And they did not notify me that there was a problem, which they should have. Instead, I read it. And then if you go to their site now and buy this Maxima 3s, they require, or basically say you need to have this bar that goes across. The problem with that bar is then it makes our tow, so like I'll show you later, but the tow bars basically go like this and then they go onto the back of the Sprinter. And then when you're done, you just put them together and you store them in the back. Well, this would have a bar going across to create a triangle, create more strength. Well, then we would have a big triangle that we need to start, which we have no room any place even for it as it was.
And how do we know that they're proven now putting a bar in between is tested to keep the Jeep from ripping out?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess
too questionable.
There's nothing that's, you know, for sure.
Yeah.
Even like this is Blue Ox. So I went with the other one because they're really, you can't see them really. They're really nice. They're small. You just hook onto them. But obviously that isn't perfect. But this is Blue Ox. So this is what they do. They make tow equipment. So we have a Blue Ox tow bar that goes between the Sprinter and the tow vehicle, or in this case the Jeep. And then I bought it. We don't have a Blue Ox hitch, but we have a Blue Ox riser. You know. So anyway, we're just not going to risk it.
I agree.
It seemed easy at the time, but then after reading that, it like freaked me out a little bit from a standpoint of, oh no, I can't do it. Even with their fix, I can't trust that they. And if they would have come out and said, oh, that was just, you know, too much torque, you know, something must have happened with the tow vehicle, then I'd say, yeah. I mean, because shit happens on different things, different situations. But they actually came out and said, we recognize the problem, and here's a fix. The only thing is they did not email anybody on it. Or if they did, I didn't get the email, but so it's possible. I mean, I'm not going to throw the company out of the bus because...
No, we haven't even mentioned who it was. So.
Yeah, so it's more that well, we make the changes so we don't have that issue.
Yeah, well, hopefully we can get a refund on what we bought from them, but I kind of doubt it since they have a solution. But we have what we need now, and we need to get the bumper back on and everything back in place.